Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is a discussion on the G.I. Joe Classified series. So yeah, guys, Toy Fair revealed some pretty cool G.I. Joe action figures. They're 6-inch. We've been waiting for this for years, so I thought I would talk about some of the stuff that Jazzware, who is making the toys, revealed, and thought we'd have a little discussion on the toys and the overall look of them and what I think about the line and what I think they might be doing moving forward. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to start off first with the Snake Eyes action figure that they showed, and guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this Snake Eyes looks phenomenal. I think he's like a special release because Snake Eyes comes with a lot of stuff. He comes with like a lot of weapons. He has a little backpack, and he has some interchangeable hands, and he has what looks like some type of rack that you can like put the weapons on. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be getting him. I should probably go ahead and pre-order him. I'm not sure when he's supposed to be coming out, but I should probably go ahead and pre-order him because they did a really good job with Snake Eyes, and I really like him a lot. His overall look is pretty much what you would think of when you think of Snake Eyes. You know, there's not really a whole lot to really mess up when it comes to Snake Eyes. The black spandex and the visor, and yeah, looks pretty good. So I'm definitely gonna be getting him. But we're gonna be moving on to some of the other releases, and those are the ones that are a little bit more interesting, and I'm going to talk about those right now because the next one we have on my list is Scarlett. And I'm gonna tell you guys, when I first saw this picture of Scarlett, it actually reminded me of a Star Wars figure. I don't know, I feel like the armor that she's wearing seems a little slightly Star Wars expired. And that I feel like if you're like not a big G.I. Joe fan and you were to see this figure, you wouldn't know it was Scarlett. I mean, her hair is not even red, it's like orange, but but yeah, the overall figure looks cool. She comes with like a lot of knives and her crossbow, which is iconic, so I'm really glad they put that in there. But yeah, the figure looks good. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it, just because I don't know if this is the only version of Scarlett we're getting. We might be getting another Scarlett, so I don't know. I might hold off on this one. Who knows? I'll have to see how I feel when it comes out. But don't get me wrong, this figure looks pretty awesome. Alright, we're going to move on to the next one, which is Roadblock. I really like, with the Roadblock figure, I really like how the vest is very reminiscent to the classic version of Roadblock. I noticed he doesn't have his undershirt, because he doesn't have any sleeves, doesn't have any short sleeves like he did in the show or anything. And he comes with a really sci-fi looking kind of gun, which kind of threw me off a little bit because I'm usually used to G.I. Joes having guns that kind of look more realistic. I mean, I like it. It's big and heavy, which fits a kind of gun that I feel like Roadblock would be having. I also noticed like he has a knee pad and stuff like that. I really like the gloves. I'm not sure how I feel about the beard though. I'm not used to seeing Roadblock with a beard. I'm used to seeing it with like a little mustache. But yeah, these figures turned out looking pretty great, and I really like the way that Roadblock looks on this one. But we're gonna be moving on to the most interesting one, in my opinion, and that is none other than Duke himself. I actually couldn't find a whole lot of pictures of the Duke action figure. I literally only found one, but looking at this one Duke action figure, you can really tell that this is supposed to be Duke, just from like his shirt and the color of his hair, stuff like that. This one stuck out to me the most, other than Snake Eyes, because he clearly looked like Snake Eyes. This Duke, you can clearly tell it's supposed to be Duke, like 100%. As for the facial design, I'm not really sure what they based this off of. I guess I don't know, just got some generic kind of look, but I like it a lot for Duke. I wish they had a few more pictures that kind of had him in different poses, because you'd be able to get a much better look at them if that were the case. But yeah, as of right now, Snake Eyes, Roadblock, Scarlett, and Duke were the only ones that were revealed as so far. Now, that's probably going to change by the time this is up. So if it turns out they did reveal more and that's not in this video, that's because at the time of me recording this video, that wasn't revealed. So, and if it was revealed, I couldn't find the information on it. But let's get down to the discussion part of the video, which is what exactly are they doing with the G.I. Joe figures? And what I mean by that is talking to a lot of people online and listen to a lot of other people's reaction to the toy line. A lot of people were expecting it to be more reminiscent of classic G.I. Joe, and that's clearly not the case. It looks like Jazzwares kind of took their own kind of little spin on the figures, kind of like a slightly more sci-fi-esque take on them. I mean, they still look like soldiers, which is good, but like certain things like the weapons and like the body armor are a little bit more so sci-fi. And I know there were characters in the classic G.I. Joe show and the comic books that kind of wore stuff that looked like that. I mean, I feel like there was a G.I. Joe whose name was sci-fi, but we're not gonna talk about it right now. But yeah, and it's weird because I don't want to be disappointed, because like a lot of other people, I have also been waiting for a 6-inch G.I. Joe line for a very long time. You go on Instagram, Hasbro's Instagram, and most of the time all you'll be seeing is people like, please bring back G.I. Joe, bring back G.I. Joe, bring back G.I. Joe. Like, you see it almost everywhere on Hasbro's social media. And now we're finally getting that. So I don't want to sound ungrateful, which is how I felt when I first saw it, and it was not what I expected. But yeah, I really like the way this toy line looks a lot, and I hope that it gets enough traction and support. My only thing is, other than the Snake Eyes, because I like the way Snake Eyes looks a lot, the only thing about that is I don't want to buy these figures and then they might come out with some more classic looking ones and then I have to buy them too. Because as you guys know, on this channel, I primarily collect Star Wars figures, which means if there's any other lines that I collect, I usually want to just collect one definitive character from that line and then not buy another one. The same thing with like my Marvel figures. Like, I have a Captain America, I have an Iron Man, I have a Thor. I'm not going to be buying any more Captain Americas, any more Iron Man, or any more Thors. Like, one of those figures would have to break in order for me to buy another one. So it's the same thing with these G.I. Joes. If I'm going to buy a Duke or a Scarlett or a Roadblock, I want it to be, you know, one that I really want to buy, you know? I don't want to buy a Duke just so I can say I have a Duke and I don't really like it all that much. But yeah, I really like that G.I. Joe's back, guys. It's back and it's in 6-inch form. So yeah, hopefully this toy line goes on for a while, and who knows, I mean, down the line we might get some more classic looking G.I. Joes. And you know, this is kind of, you can kind of make some predictions of how the other G.I. Joes are going to look, how other characters are going to look, like Destro or Cobra Commander, because, you know, as I said before, it kind of looks like Jazzwares kind of just doing their own personal take on G.I. Joe. It doesn't seem like they're necessarily basing it off of any incarnation of G.I. Joe from some TV show or from a movie or a comic or anything like that, which I think is cool. I think that's pretty unique to take their own spin on it, kind of like how other toy lines have did. I think like whenever SH Figure Arts made their Street Fighter characters, they didn't necessarily base them off of any specific version of the character. They kind of did it like an anime-esque Street Fighter. And it seemed like Jazzwares kind of doing a, you know, kind of more modern, somewhat sci-fi version of G.I. Joe, which is cool. So we're just got to see where the toy line goes next. I'm really excited to see how Destro's gonna look, because I heard he was supposed to be revealed at some point. So I'm really interested in seeing how he looks. I'm looking interested in seeing how Cobra Commander will look when they eventually make him. And yeah, but I'm gonna hand it off to you guys. What do you guys think about this new G.I. Joe toy line? Were you kind of taken off by how they looked? Were you not expecting them to look like that? And yeah, how do you guys think they're going to handle making different versions of the characters later on? Well, that's gonna do it for me here, guys. Be sure to follow me on my Twitter, as you can stay updated on any future projects that I may be planning on doing. Until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos. Catch you later.